Shalom, Kala, Yahbashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers on the highways and byways, teaching the truth of sincerity. It's the brother Yawadan from GMS, Colorado. Again on a update that was made today about this whole nuclear situation with Russia, America and Russia. Yesterday, America and Russia were in a stalemate in terms of the international nuclear treaty, the Geneva Convention nuclear treaty that was established in 1984 by Ronald Reagan. That was abolished yesterday. And then I found it interesting that today, this devil Trump, he goes on to into his spirit and basically does exactly what the Lord has established in these end times. It says Trump announces new ground-based interceptors in Alaska, radar sensors to shield every city. And with him pulling out of the nuclear treaty with Russia and China, and then the next day putting this out there, it shows you the spirit that America's in. It shows you the spirit that the Great Whore is in. And that's basically World War III and to go into nuclear war with Russia and China. It says U.S. President Donald Trump has announced plans for 20 new ground-based interceptors to be placed in Alaska, which could shield every city in the country. Speaking at the Pentagon on Thursday, Trump announced the details of a missile defense review undertaken by his administration. The new report outlines 6 major changes in the U.S. missile defense strategy, including the Alaska interceptors. Trump said the goal is for the U.S. to be able to terminate any missile launches from hostile powers or even from powers that make a mistake. And that's scriptural in itself, because these elites, man, they know that the Lord is going to take control of these missiles, whether they're in the silo or not, or whether he hijacks them in space when they're en route to their programmed destination. But then the Lord's going to reroute that destination to be used of his own indignation against these nations, man, against America, against the European Union, against Russia, against China, and all these other wicked nations that have been running rampant on the earth. Okay, it says the world is changing, and we're going to change much faster than the rest of the world. U.S. President declared, adding that the country could not simply build more of the same or make only incremental improvements. And that goes into the DARPA thing too. The DARPA thing's big with defense. I would say like not temporary technology but what is that? Experimental technology. And that's the shit that Esau is playing around with, like dark matter and things like that, laser technologies, psychological operations, human terrain mapping, all of those things that Esau plays around with, the devices of the wicked. This is going into that same category. This devil is pushing his funding into that martial law situation in America. Okay, positioning all these military assets around the world the way that these devils have, and then making moves like this where they exit the nuclear treaty the day before and then announce revamping their entire missile defense system. It shows you where their spirit's at. Okay, they're going to be down with what the Lord is making them do. They have no choice. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 13 says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss, when they shall begin to be shot into the ends of the world." And this is a prophecy Esdras had of the end of the world that we're currently living in today's time. That bow and those arrows are the ICBM nuclear missiles that are going to be shot into the ends of the world. The Lord is going, as I mentioned before, the Lord's going to reroute some of those missiles to different places that need to be cleansed in these end times. Okay, cleansed in an example like Sodom and Gomorrah, cleansed, fire and brimstone. Okay, the Lord's going to make America ash, as well as the EU, as well as Russia, as well as China, and all of these wicked city-states that are in existence today. Okay, there's a few of these I wanted to hit before this. I'll start at 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall cast thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? And that's the spirit the Lord's bringing upon America right now, is a war spirit, a wartime spirit. America and Russia are gridlock, are headlocked in a trade war, as well as Russia, China, and see, it should be just the BRICS in general. The BRICS against the petrodollar right now. The petrodollar is sputtering to death. The American economic system is dying as we speak. Okay. I had one more precept I wanted to get before this starts to get too long. But yeah, I mean, this just shows you the spirit. He's like a madman sparing none. And I think I'll grab that too. Just not done. Second Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. And that's talking about these nuclear missiles that get let loose in the world. Ever since 1950 and the Castle Bravo tests that Esau held in these islands, I can't remember where they were, but they're tropical islands. It's not Patmos, it's spiritual thinking to me. Castle Bravo was held somewhere down by Japan, where they tested the first hydrogen bomb, which was like somewhat, a fraction of what the actual bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But those are the weapons of mass destruction that the Lord is going to use to cleanse the earth in the end time. Okay, and that's the thing that catches people as a thief in the night. People caught in their worldly desires, I should say. When you have articles like this being posted day by day by day, these are big warning signs that a system is about to collapse, that the dollar is about to collapse, that society as we know it is about to collapse. Okay, let's see. First Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And that's the percentage of people that will be maintained into slumber once the end happens, and they'll be caught as a thief in the night. The other part of that is talking about the elect that we're fishing for, that we're searching for amongst all nations. Remnants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel, the patriarchy, the bloodlines that have been scattered across the earth. Okay, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're fishing for you to wake from your slumber, to fulfill the call of service that we have right now from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to the end. as we know it, and we need to repent for our own sins and prepare our house for our spiritual father, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so quick re-hit on the nuclear situation, but it's really a terrifying thing to see how quickly the Lord can and will dissolve this whole system. So as I prepare my house, I pray, brothers, that you prepare yours as well. For now, I say shalom.